Warn bystanders to keep a safe distance.
Keep a safe distance! Keep a safe distance!
What is happening, y'all, and welcome to another full day of eating. Today we're doing a high protein full day of eating. All right, still early morning crew checking in. 4:30 today is when I'm starting my warm-ups and whatnot. I wanna know, what time do you guys usually wake up in the morning? A lot of you guys ask me what I do right when I wake up for my pre-workout stuff. Right now, I've switched to I drink a bunch of water, then I drink my BCAAs from Vivo. You can use my discount code if you want to, of course. And then I have 2 bananas on the way to the gym that digests while I'm doing my warm-ups. I roll out, I stretch, I get my abs and my glutes going. That way my body is kind of ready. And then the thing that I've been finding is that when I'm doing squats and doing leg workouts, my right hip is kind of behind me. So what I've been doing for a warm-up is doing single leg lunges. That way I can really drive my glutes forward. And by the time I've done a couple of sets of these, my glutes are turned on, my body is ready, and then I can go into my compound lifts. Today I'm gonna be doing front squats, I believe. I might do back squats, but I'm probably just doing front squats today as my main compound lift. So hopefully that all goes well and I can go decently heavy. I'm gonna be aiming for somewhere around 185, but hopefully I can outdo that just a little bit. All right, so I had to make a quick stop at the grocery store after my workout because I had to get a watermelon, I had to get some sesame seeds, a little bit of some oat milk, and I wanted to mention, that's in cilantro, and then I wanted to mention this. Every time I go to the grocery store, I cannot resist getting some French bread. At this specific store, it is without eggs, and most places, French bread is one of the vegan breads. So yeah, just a little pro tip, but also just like letting you in on my addiction. I freaking love French bread so much. All right, we are back home. I am starving, so we're gonna make this post-workout smoothie, and I always do post-workout smoothies because they digest the fastest. We have about this much banana, so I'd say probably a banana and a half frozen because I like my smoothies thick and I like them cold. We got, oh gosh, I made a big mess. We got about 1.5 cups of mixed fruit. This is like pineapple, mango, and strawberry. We had a little over a scoop of Vivo protein. This is the chocolate flavor. I'm gonna scoop that up. So just a little bit over a normal scoop. Chocolate protein in there. I'm gonna finish up what I have of the Ripple, which is 8 grams of pea protein per serving. Not much of that. And then I'm also gonna fill up the rest of it with soy milk. I usually use about 2 cups of soy milk, so I'm gonna go get a little bit more. About 2, maybe 2.5 cups of soy milk. Then I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon, maybe 1.5 tablespoons of hemp hearts in there. And then finally I finish it off with a little bit of some cacao nibs. So there is a lot of protein in this post-workout smoothie. Let's blend it. There we go, little cacao nibs on the top. By the way, it's raining super hard outside. You can hear it in the background, but anyways, this is the morning smoothie. It is 800 calories. It has 68 grams of protein, 91 grams of carbs, and 23 grams of fat. Not bad for a beginning morning breakfast. We do a little bit of work, and then we are going to make our first meal that is hot. It is a swampy, wet marshland outside. It has been raining like crazy. Cats and dogs have been falling from the heavens. It's still actually sprinkling a little bit right now. But right now we are going to make a sweet peanut sauce that we're gonna put onto a buddah bowl. I've been really getting into sauces lately, and it's awesome because like I've been eating tons of rice and beans or chickpeas with some other things on top. And when you have different sauces, you can kind of just change the whole flavor with just basically having the same base ingredients. Anyways, this one is from Sweet Simple Vegan. Like seriously, some of the best recipe makers that I know. So shout out to you guys. This one is very simple though. So let's make it and we'll see how it tastes. Alrighty then. We are starting off with a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. This is like chunky peanut butter. 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped up cilantro. We have 1/2 tablespoon of freshly chopped up, finely chopped up fresh ginger. Then we're doing 2 tablespoons of syrup. This is my favorite brand, by the way, Wholesome. It's actually not like fresh maple syrup out of the tree, so sue me, but I really like it. So 2 tablespoons of syrup, and then 2 tablespoons of lime juice, which basically comes out to 1 whole lime because each half is about a tablespoon of lime juice. Then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. A lot of 2 tablespoons in here. Boom. Then I had to specially go and get this. This is half a teaspoon of sesame oil. I'm sure you could just do regular oil, but sesame oil does smell really, really good. Finally, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, but I love garlic powder, so whatever. Just a bunch of garlic powder, and then that is it. We are just going to give it a mix. Also, I almost forgot the water here. So we got like a 1/3 cup of water there. Then we're gonna mix it up. All right, there we go. It smells amazing. We give it a quick taste test. Fire. I knew it was gonna be Bob. You guys killed it. Okay, so there's the sauce that we're gonna use for this buddah bowl. Now I'm gonna construct the buddah bowl. All right, so we're gonna construct this buddah bowl, buddah plate, and I've got little baby bok choys on here. That's literally my favorite vegetable as of late. I have 2.5 cups of cooked rice. I'm gonna do my very best to make this all look pretty. We have 1 3/4 cups of cooked chickpeas. Then we have about a full bell pepper, but I mixed it so it's a little red bell pepper and a little orange bell pepper. I've got a few broccoli also that I air fried while I was making all this happen. This is my favorite vegan meat replacement. This is Quorn, Q-U-O-R-N, and this is their vegan brand. So this one does not have egg in it. And this is a mushroom type of protein, so I think it's cool just because it's a unique type of protein. Usually it's like soy or something like that, or wheat gluten. So I think that's pretty cool. And you don't need to do that because you're already getting tons of protein in from the chickpeas. But since I said this was a high protein day, why not? I love this stuff. Okay, then for our greens here, so I'll tell you guys about this in a second, but I've got my hamama greens right here, basically greens that I've grown myself. So I'm just gonna cut those and I'm gonna sprinkle them on top of my rice. Then I'm just gonna sprinkle some green onions on there as well for a little bit more freaking color, I guess. Finally, I'm going to top this with some of our peanut sauce. I'm gonna use as much as makes it look good, and then after I film what it looks like, I'm probably gonna put another tablespoon or 2. Sprinkle some more onions on top of the sauce, and then the final trick to make everything look better every time you cook is to throw some sesame seeds on top, and you'll have the perfect bowl. And there we have it, a big protein-packed bowl. Looking super fantastic, and this will be the one that I take a picture of for the thumbnail. So I am gonna go do that right now. So like I was saying, these are the greens. It's hamama greens. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me talk about these before already, but I think this is pretty cool. They sent me a quilt, and basically they send you like these seed quilts, and then you just fill up the tray, which has like a coconut little thing under it, and it holds water. Then you don't have to water it anymore, and after 7 to 10 days or so, it grows your own little microgreens, which is pretty dope, because I already pay for these. Like at the store, I get alfalfa and broccoli sprouts. These are kale. They have a bunch of different ones, but super simple. You don't have to do anything after you fill it up with water. I just thought some of you guys might be interested. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this food because I've been spending so much time making it that it's now cold. So I'm gonna heat it up real quick and eat it because I'm starving. Right, it stopped raining for just a second, except now it started raining again. But anyways, check it out, guys. We finally have bananas sprouting on our banana tree. I'm pretty stoked about that. I don't know if they're actually gonna turn into true bananas, but honestly, I never thought it would even sprout at all. And it's literally in a planter, so kudos to this banana tree for even making it this far. Also, I wanna show you guys, we have our Christmas lights up and ready. So later in this video, once it's dark, I'll show you guys our magnificent work. Christmas is by far my favorite time of year. Let me know if Christmas is your favorite time of the year, or if you're a holiday Grinch. Let me know in the comments below. And I have a ton of energy. You obviously cannot tell, I have a ton of energy right now. I'm gonna show you guys this next recipe. This is gonna be like a Swedish meatballs and gravy over noodles type thing. My friend, my really, really good friend, Ian, sent me this recipe for seitan. Now, I've always shied away from making seitan myself. I always bought it at the store, which is like $5 a pack, which was way too expensive, but you can make this homemade seitan at your own house, super duper easy. Now, you just gotta do it once and then you'll realize how easy it is. So just bear with me. This is super easy. Let's go inside and do this. All right, now all you really need for seitan is just vital wheat gluten, which you can get from, this is Bob's Red Mill. You can get it from anywhere. And then you're just gonna need water. That's literally it. Now, if you wanna make it taste a little better, you can use the other stuff that I've got, which is garlic powder, onion powder, I've got a little cumin, and a little tahini over here, and some nutritional yeast. But honestly, seriously, you can just go with this and then flavor it later with whatever you're gonna put it in. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1 cup of gluten, we're gonna take 3/4 cup of water, and then you can mix it right there if you wanted to. But then we're also gonna add about 2 tablespoons of tahini in there, just like that. Honestly, you don't really have to be exact either. You can do whatever you want with it. There goes the gluten in there. We've got garlic in here, garlic powder. I'd say probably about 1/2 teaspoon of that, probably about 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and I would say a very small amount of cumin. I would say like 1/4 teaspoon, if that, depending on if you like cumin. I really like it. And then finally, you're probably gonna use about 2-3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. And then you're just gonna mix it all up until you got yourself a nice like ball of dough, which I'll do right now, but I can't film it. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Okay, now when you take it and you've mixed it, it should look like this. Just like a weird little ball of dough. Now all you gotta do is just wanna knead it for a little bit. Not like, you really don't have to knead it for that long, but you wanna knead it for a little bit until it gets a little bit sticky. Okay, basically all we're doing is we're just getting the gluten strands to start pulling apart and whatnot. And so you're gonna feel it kind of be like spongy, and really maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds of kneading and you're there. This is done. You can cook it as a big ball if you wanna just make a big batch of seitan, but since we're gonna do meatballs, we're gonna pull it into little strands. You're just gonna take a pan like this, fill it with water, or if you want it to be more flavored, then fill it with veggie broth, but I'm doing pretty much saltless on this recipe, so we're gonna make little meatballs like this, and they're gonna double up in size. So whatever you make, expect it to get, twice as big. We're probably gonna make just a couple of these, and then we're gonna cook the rest of it as one big clump. All right, so there you have it. We've got a bunch of our little meatball shaped ones, and then we got the big one that I'm gonna save for future meals in a Tupperware right there. This is gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes to an hour. If you want to, you should flip it about halfway through. If you're kind of lazy, it'll still work out just the same. And then this seitan will be ready for eating immediately, or you can store it. All right, so now I have taken the seitan out of the oven. This is the big piece of the loaf. You can see it kind of like browns. It kind of looks like bread, to be honest. And these are our little meatball pieces. Now, we're gonna take our little meatball pieces and we are just going to put them into a frying pan and kind of crisp them off, because when they come out of that like water or broth bath, they are a little bit wet. And so when you cook them, they will dry up and it'll be really good. All right, so what we're gonna do is kind of like a little Swedish meatball noodle thing. So what we have is some noodles here. We have Barilla, both brands, but we have red lentil penne for one and then elbows for the other. And the red lentil one has just a little bit more protein, so this has 13 grams per 2-ounce serving, and the elbows have 8 grams of protein per 2-ounce serving. So I put 4 ounces of the elbows, 2 ounces of the penne. You can see right here, not the prettiest sight, but 6 ounces of pasta up inside of there. We're just going to take this and cook it. And then at the same time, I'm just starting to simmer some gravy right here, just straight out of the packet. This is from Simply Organic. This is vegetarian brown gravy, which is vegan. And you can use any kind of gravy. By far, the best gravy in the vegan world is tofurkey. It only comes around seasonal. You have to buy it. It's frozen, but it's so good. Anyways, I'll show you guys what this all looks like when it comes together in just a moment. Yo, that Swedish meatball little noodle thing I just showed you was super, super good. Side note, Do you guys ever stop and look at yourself in car mirrors? On one side, you have me flexing, and the other side, you have these beautiful Christmas lights, which I'm about to show you. Let's do it. Here we go. There it is, my friends. We did it on the very 1st of December because we got the Christmas cheer. People probably look at me like I'm crazy because I'm shirtless walking around on the outside while it's raining on top of me. But look at that. We got the bushes, we got the awnings trimmed, we got the roof trimmed, we got the top of the spine roof trimmed. Woo! Ho, 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 mofo. It's a vegan Christmas this year. All right, now this is about to be the quickest recipe you've ever heard. Everyone always asks me, how do I do my Pico de Gallo? It is super duper uber simple. All you gotta do is you gotta take an onion, chop it up as fine as you can, take 2 bushels of cilantro and chop that up as fine as you can as well. You're also going to take, I'd say about 3 to 4 medium-sized tomatoes, chop those up medium fine. You know, chunks is fine in all of this as long as you don't mind chunks. And then you're going to squeeze about 3 to 6 limes into another bowl, and that's up to you. If you like limes a lot, that's cool. If not, then it's all right. And that's literally it. You're just gonna mix them all together, and then once you let them sit for about 20 minutes, you have the best Pico de Gallo in the world. The best part about making Pico de Gallo is the way that all these things smell when they start mixing together. Oh my gosh. If you want to do anything different, you can add jalapeno brine or jalapeno slices to this. Adds a whole new dimension. You can also roast your garlic and throw it in there. But this is just the base, and you can kind of play with it from here. But people always ask me to show you the recipe. There it is, my friends. Boom. Bookmark this video. Come back to it over and over, because this is going to be your best friend from now on. All right, the final thing that I have to eat here is 1.5 cups of oats with 1.5 cups of soy milk, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter mixed in there with some stevia. Ooh, it's getting steamy. And this adds on 756 extra calories, and the breakdown on this is 36 grams of protein, 106 grams of carbohydrates, and 23 grams of fat. This will probably be the last thing that I eat. If I do eat anything else, it'll probably be a little bit of salsa. Usually I have, for my last thing, if I need some extra calories, I'll have another smoothie, honestly, just easy calories, another way to easily bulk. But tonight, because it's kind of weird, because it's full day eating, yeah, I might just have some salsa along with this with some baked tostada chips. This is the last thing I gotta eat, my friends. Like I said, that brings us to the end of this full day of eating. Now, I want to read you out the calories and the macros on this. This is 3,955 calories, 229 grams protein, 447 grams carbs, and 102 grams of fat. Now, do you need that much protein? No, you absolutely do not need that much protein to gain muscle on a vegan diet. But so many times people will say, it's impossible to get protein in on a vegan diet, or, you know, I could never go vegan because I need so much protein. So I want to make this video for 2 reasons. One, everybody can benefit from learning more meals that have high protein, you know, because sometimes you're in like the end of the night and you're just like, man, I need something that has more protein than regular. So I hope this video helped you. And then 2, just to prove to people that you definitely can get protein in super easy and way overshoot your goals. I usually only shoot for around 140 to 155, 160 grams of protein. This is way more than I needed. But yeah, if you have, you know, that brother, name whoever it is, that brother, that boyfriend, that husband, whoever it is, that guy at the gym, that bodybuilder at the gym who says, oh, I couldn't do vegan like you because I need so much protein to gain muscle, show them this video. Search high protein Brian Turner full day eating, and now you have this as living proof that it's not that hard. And the final thing is, somebody's gonna say, yeah, but you had 4,000 calories, and that's so many calories, and I can't eat that many calories, but I still need that much protein. If you need over 200 grams of protein, you should also be eating a lot of calories, just by like the laws of bodybuilding physics of being a hard gainer. My whole life, whether I was vegan or not, I've always needed to eat over 4,000 calories to gain muscle. And so it's always been no problem for me to hit my protein. If you're eating severely less than 4,000, if you're eating, you know, 2,500, something like that, you don't need over 200 grams of protein to build muscle. So yeah, just want to make this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you would like to see more high protein and just fitness meals in general, I have a whole recipe book. I put a lot of time into it. It is 39 recipes, so check that out. It's called Eat Vegan or Die Trying. You can use the discount code, all caps, EVODT10 to get 10% off. And I think that brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite meal from this video was in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, C-E-E-T.
Lift heavy or die Myron, motherfucker.
Team me out, week.